Hey up everybody, I hope you're all well and your week's started good for you. It's Monday here in Middlesbrough and I'm sat outside Morrison's Cafe. I thought I would do a little brief chat today about how you still have to continue with those challenges and how certain things you think might have got better, but unless you keep repeating, they can soon either slip back into a behaviour that you don't want or be a behaviour that you're kind of ignoring again. So I'm actually just about to meet my occupational therapist for one of our sessions, and we were supposed to meet in the town centre and we were going to meet over lunch to have a chat and a catch up and see how things are going and how I'm getting on, but I've actually asked her if we can meet at a different place rather than the town centre, because today I want to challenge Morrison's Cafe. Now this sounds like a really strange one, I know, because it's a supermarket cafe, but if any of you have been following my journey, you'll know that a lot of my behaviours and things to do with social eating, I've put on an earlier video, to do with things being quaint and proper and what I would class as like wholesome home cooked food, or I wouldn't actually be able to eat it out. And a place like Morrison's Cafe, I haven't ever eaten here, I don't think, since I was at uni, so you're talking like 25 years ago. And they pose the fear and the challenge because of it not being in that like wholesome little vintage type cafe. And it also poses a second fear, is because I know the menu's massive. I haven't looked at the menu, I don't know what's on it, but I remember from when I did go back 20 years ago, it might have changed. It's a big board thing that you've got to pick off. There's also the standing in a queue component. I was working in a school last week and I took in my own dinner rather than having to stand in the queue in the school canteen, because I did it the week before. I did it the week before and it was quite difficult, so I thought, right, why not practice that idea of queuing? And the thing for me with the queues, it's the negotiating the hell out of things in my head before I've actually got to the counter. So I might at the beginning choose one thing, by the time I get to the counter anorexia's got hold and she's made me pick something else. It's just the fear of what other people have got, the fear of what I might get, all those sort of things. So I just thought before I go in, I'd kind of go through my process. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on going back to routines and rituals that I've spoken to you about before. So I will go, I'll say hi to my OT, we'll have a very brief chat before we go in. I'll then have a look at the menu and I'll say out loud what I fancy. So I've committed it to her and to the environment that I'm in, that's what I'm going to have. I'll go through and I will walk through and we'll get what it is that I do fancy. I'll then, as soon as I've said it out loud and I've ordered, I will take myself and I will go and sit down very, very quickly with my back to the counter and my back to the kitchen, so that I'm not frantically looking at that all the time, so I'm not frantically seeing what's coming in and potentially then going to get up and change my mind again. And when it comes, if I want extra sauce, I get extra sauce, etc, etc. So the big techniques I'm going to do today is to choose relatively at speed, to say it out loud to my OT and to the environment, so that I've committed out loud, to grab my tray, to place my order, but then to sit with my back to everything. And then that's it. So I'll let you know how it goes. I might do another chat afterwards about how I felt. It might not be today, it might be later on tonight, how I felt and the process and how I'm getting on general, because it's been a while since I've checked in. So that's what I'm going to do. I will catch up soon. So it will be choose at speed, say it out loud, so I've committed it to myself, to the person I'm with and to the environment, sit with my back to the counter and the kitchen, so that none of those behaviours can be getting back in place where I might get up and change my mind. Here's to a tasty lunch. See you all soon. Bye.